Are you decorating this spring? Well, what is the worst part? For me, it has got to be sanding. It is the bane of my life. Do you normally use sandpaper or a sander like this? Well, forget that. What you need is one of these, a drywall sander. And not only that, I'm going to tell you how I managed to get £50 off one of these. So today on Fix It with Fowler, I'm going to be reviewing this Evolution drywall sander to see if we can make this job a little less painful. Today's review is of this Evolution R225DWS telescopic drywall sander, and it's an absolute beast of a sander. All the technical details are now on the screen. If you want to know them, pause the video now. If not, let's crack on using it. So before you start using this drywall sander, you need to connect it to some sort of dust extractor. Now it comes with a flexible 4-meter hose. You just push that in, tighten that up, and that holds it firmly into place. And then on the end, it comes with a few different adapters, depending on what size your vacuum cleaner or your dust extractor is, and you can just push that into place. Now here is a really good top tip. If you've got a standard vacuum cleaner like this, if you put it in a window or a door, if you put it in a window, make sure you tie it securely. That way the outlet is going out of the window or door. Any dust that is not contained within the vacuum cleaner will simply blow outside. The first thing you're going to notice is the sheer weight of this drywall sander. At 5.8 kilograms, it really is quite heavy, and you can notice this more or less depending on the way you're holding it and what you're using it for. Now, if you have the extension pole, it is quite cumbersome, although it allows you to reach different areas like the ceiling, but you do get this D handle to give it more control. So normally when I'm sanding large areas, I set up a light like this, and that allows you to shine it up the wall and see any imperfections that you wouldn't normally see in normal light. However, with this Evolution drywall sander, that all comes combined within the sander itself. So the first thing you'll notice is this main ring light. Now that puts light 360 degrees around the sander and does exactly the same thing, shows up any imperfections. You've also got this secondary light here that eliminates any shadows on the wall, which means that finding any imperfections you need to sand is really easy. Have you subscribed to my channel? Well, if not, why not? It does not cost a thing, and you are missing out on loads of great content. I've got over 100 different DIY videos, all designed to give you the confidence and the skills to carry out these tasks yourself, but more importantly, save you some money. And speaking of which, saving money. Now, how did I save £50 buying one of these? And that is really simple. I went directly to Evolution website and I've bought a returned item. Now this is described as like new, and it actually is. It comes with all the accessories you need, including the sandpaper. And just by doing that, I've saved £50 and got this for a bargain of £99. The main feature of this drywall sander has to be the sanding head itself. Now this is a cushioned sanding pad that will follow the contours of the walls, ceilings or the surfaces that you're sanding. And with it being 225mm in diameter, means that you can cover a large area in a small amount of time. And the most important thing is you'll use less effort than using a traditional sander. It also has an adjustable speed and a 90-degree pivoting head. So what are the pros and cons of using one of these drywall sanders? So first, the pros. Now the main thing is it allows you to do large areas in a short amount of time. And I've managed to do this whole room in 45 minutes, which is far quicker than any other sander that I've got. The next thing is this built-in lights allow you to illuminate the wall and see any defects really easily. It's got a built-in dust extraction now. Linked to that Hoover is really good, and actually there's hardly any dust in this room. And the final thing, which I think is really quite important, is that it's telescopic. And that means that if you're doing high areas or the ceiling, you don't need to use any ladders, which not only makes the job quick, but keeps it nice and safe. So on to the drawbacks then. And the main drawback, unfortunately, is the weight of it. It is actually quite heavy. It's 5.4 kilograms. And when you've been using it, like I have in this room, you do know that you have been using it. The instructions that come with it aren't that clear, and actually you can fumble your way through it, although I think they could be a little bit more detailed. And the last thing is you can't do detailed areas, so you can't get into corners, and you can't get into like around sockets, switches, or even pipe work. However, like I said, overall, would I recommend it? Yes, I would. And especially with this £50 off that I've managed to get, it's a brilliant bit of kit. And if you've got a lot of sanding to do, like I have, it's really worth the investment. So hopefully you liked that video, found the review useful and helpful. And if you did, please leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up. And the most important thing, hit that subscribe button for more great DIY videos.